Right, that first one, I don't actually know what age I was then. I think that was on one of the tours. So growing up, Ferguson was my favourite player. So I don't look that happy to be sitting there right enough, but I'm sure I was really happy to be in there and get a picture next to his shirt. And yeah, I don't really remember too much about that, but that's kind of one of the earliest photos I have at Ibrox. This was when Arfield scored against Celtic, this one, so again I looked quite raging in the photo, but I was obviously very happy that day. It was really sunny, I had all my pals about me, they all sit around about here as well, so he done the big knee sliding salute right over in front of us, and our section's known to go a bit mental when the players come and celebrate for big games over here, so I think that's when he's turned around and gave us one of the big yes, and everyone's just went mental. So that was a good day, that one.
And you've been a season ticket holder for how long? You've sat in that very seat when, do you remember what age you first got a season ticket?
Yeah, I used to sit over in the East Enclosure with my dad and my brother, and then when I moved to America I gave that up, and then my brother got his season ticket up in the Copeland area, and when I came back from America I got one here just to sit near my friends, and that would have been 4 or 5 years ago, so sat in this seat for a wee while, and then obviously over in the East Enclosure, my dad and my brother.
The people around about you, who you must have made some good friends over the years, the people sitting around about, what's it like celebrating these moments with these people?
Yeah, I think everyone kind of keeps their seats from season to season, so you start to kind of know everyone and talk to people around you, but yeah, we've got quite a good little section, and obviously there's 4 or 5 of my friends that sit in front of me, behind me, a few rows down, so that was the reason I got the season ticket here, and it's good to share those moments with them. So this one must have been one of the Christmas games. I think this was the end of the game when we beat Celtic 1-0. My big pal Chelsea, she'll be delighted that I've included her in this. But yeah, we just loved the Christmas games because we were obviously off football and stuff, so you can come and enjoy the game. And yeah, I can't remember who actually scored that day, but we beat Celtic 1-0, so it would have been a good one. I think I played 3 times at Ibrox, and even on Saturday when we come back, every time you just feel so lucky to do it, because you know that like in a league game there's 50,000 people who would love to do that, and you know, to have the chance to do that, even though it's not every week for us, but even a couple of times a season, it's just amazing. And yeah, it's just good to take in those moments and enjoy the occasion as well. This was last season when we won the Sky Sports Cup when we beat Partick, so that's just me and my dad. Obviously he's the reason I support the club and stuff, so to have a picture with him and a trophy in the dressing room is really special, and you know, it's nice after we win these trophies to be able to spend those nights with your family and friends and enjoy the moments, because you know, you have the chance to win 3 trophies the full season, so those days themselves are really special, but it's the work that you're putting in before that to get to those days, so to kind of just let your hair down a little bit and enjoy those moments with the people closest to you is really, really special. My dad's a man of few words, but I'm sure he would have been buzzing that day, and yeah, he just loves the fact that I'm playing for Rangers, and I'm sure that he can talk to all his mates at the pub and stuff like that on a Sunday about war games and stuff like that, but even my brother as well, like he comes to a lot of the games, and I think they're just delighted that they can see that I'm doing what I love for the club that I love. Yeah, so as I said, Barry was my favourite player growing up, and this was a Legends game I think 2 seasons ago here, so I managed to get to meet a lot of the players, and as I said, Barry was my favourite player growing up. I just loved everything that, as a player, that he represented. He went out and played every game, like he loved the club as well, so I just loved that about Barry Ferguson, and I was lucky that day. He spent so much time just chatting away to me, and he was so down to earth, and there was a few others as well, like Lee McCulloch and stuff like that, just talking to ex-players that they've obviously played in this stadium full many times and won trophies, and just being able to talk about their experiences and stuff like that is yeah, really special. So yeah, it was cool to meet. That was the first time I'd met him after obviously growing up being a massive fan, so yeah, enjoyed that.
Of course, you've went from sitting in a dressing room under Barry Ferguson's shirt? What does it feel like seeing your own shirt hanging up there playing games in this stadium?
Yeah, it's every time we come in for the games and we're playing here, just to see your top hanging up with your name on the back, and it's such an iconic dressing room. If you're a Rangers fan, you know what everything in there means, and yeah, just goosebumps when you see your top up there. It means a lot. First Old Firm at Ibrox, so it was hopefully just a kind of day that will become more often in the future, and with women's football growing all the time, hopefully that's something that, you know, the younger ones can look forward to when they grow up. And yeah, as you said, the result wasn't a win, but we didn't get beat either. But yeah, just there's something special about playing them at Ibrox as well. Thursday night we weren't anywhere near our standards, but we've still, you know, we're 2-0 up at one point and we've not lost the game. So it's just important that moving forward, especially with another big game this weekend against a good side, then we need to make sure that we've learned from that analysis session in that game as well. The second game I'd played here, so that was my favourite one, just because we won so convincingly that day, and obviously I got the goal as well. So I think the one with Megan was the one she'd scored the free kick as well and came on. But yeah, when I scored the header, I just kind of ran over this direction. I don't know if it was meant, but the good thing about that was when you look at the photos, of everyone was just buzzing for me, because I think everyone knew like how much it meant to me scoring here as well. So I think it was like the fifth goal, but I celebrated like it was a last minute winner. I just really enjoyed it, so special photo.
When you came over here to celebrate, you said, don't know if there was a particular reason for it. Did you have, I presume you had people here supporting you that day from your family? Yeah,
there would have been, so maybe I just came over for that reason. But yeah, I think obviously all the fans were in this stand as well, so it was probably just instinct to come over this way.
And touching on fans, what does it mean to have fans here to you? How good would it be to see a lot more come out on Saturday when you take on Glasgow City? Yeah, the backing they give us week to week is amazing. I don't think they realise how much it helps us. Even on Thursday night against Celtic, we had such a good crowd, considering the men were also playing. So you know, we were grateful that the fans came out and supported us, and yeah, we'll need them again on Saturday. As I said, it's a big game. Glasgow City are doing well in the league, and we want to win here. We want to do well here because it's our stadium. So having fans to kind of back us and push us all the way would be great. I think the photo, you can kind of see I'm a little bit emotional. I think I had missed the Benfica game in the Champions League because I got injured, so that was the first time I'd played at Ibrox, and walking out, and we had nearly 10,000 people here that day, so it was such a big crowd, and you know, to be walking out, and you know, growing up, I obviously dreamed of that moment, so that was special. I had my friend's little girl walking out with me too, and yeah, the result was really hard to take that day, but now that obviously we're a couple of seasons on and you can look back in the photos, it still was a really special day for me. It's been a tough kind of run of games recently, and this one's no different on Saturday. So Glasgow City, as I said, they've had a good start to the season. I think they've only lost one game, so we know they're going to be a difficult game. It's a big pitch, which might suit us, or should suit us, sorry. And it will just be interesting to see how the game goes in terms of how they want to play. But yeah, I think they're a good side, and I think we'll need, as you said, a good backing, and we'll need to make sure that we are playing a lot better than we maybe have recently. But the girls know that, we know what to expect, and hopefully we can bring that on Saturday. There's no guys game on, so if people can just, it's 3 o'clock on a Saturday, that's what people want. So we'd really appreciate the support, and you know, we like to think we play good football, entertaining football. We've scored a lot of goals this season, so hopefully we can help entertain the fans, and if people haven't been to a women's game before, then it's a perfect opportunity just to come and see what we're all about.